This is the Fitzwilliam Card Club in Dublin, and we're here for the Irish Amateur Poker Championships. Caroline, nearly one of the first out. That's quite unusual for you. Do you want to talk us through the hand?
I don't really want to, but I will. I had someone raised about just over 3 times the big blind. Someone else called, another caller. I looked down, I've got pocket tens, so I re-raised. Didn't re-raise enough, I only went up to 1,000. I got one caller, so that wasn't too bad. Flop comes down, 8, 5, 7. There's no way I could, the straight didn't bother me because there's no way someone called that raise with whatever it was, 6, 9 or anything. So that didn't bother me, but trips did. I had the clock called on me, but fair enough, it was after a long time. So I'm scared of trips, scared of a bigger pair. But with 10 seconds left to go, I push it. After the flop I bet 2,500. He re-raised me to 7,500. So it was either all in or fold basically, because I was sat with about maybe 7,000-8,000. It wasn't leaving me that much, so I pushed all in at the end, and he had 5s in his hand, so he had trips. Really bad.
Disappointing, I would have said, as opposed to bad.
Disappointing, no bad. I should have easily laid that down.
Mark, you've got 148,000 chips. You're chip leader at the start of day 2. Were there any major hands to get you to this point?
I came across, I was getting a bit low chipped, and it was time to make a movement, and I'd got ace queen, and I had a person push all in, and I thought, well, it's time to call. I will go out at this stage or not. Actually, when the flop come and I saw what cards he'd got, I didn't realise I'd won the hand until actually the chips were passed over to me, and that put me in strong strength to carry on in the tournament.
So what do you think will your strategy be for today? Are you going to push people around?
I'm not the sort of player who likes to push people around, but I will get involved with hands where I think I've got a fair chance of taking the pot, even if it's a very small pot, just to keep the chips, something like for later stages.
Absolutely. And from an experience point of view, Mark, have you played 2-day tournaments before?
This is my first time ever playing anything at this level. I went qualified through the regional, which was my first attempt to play in this sort of tournament.
Kevin, you're through to day 2 with how many chips?
73,000.
Any big hands yesterday to get you to this point?
Not many, but I did suck out on a guy when I called his all in with a pair of 9s, and he'd got queens. First card down were a 9.
Was that late in the tournament, or?
Very late. That I was a few hands before we ended to Luca. So he weren't too happy.
And what's your plan for today?
Just play one hand at a time, see how it goes, take it steady.
Have you played this sort of tournament before, Kev? You've been to APAT events?
I've only ever been to the APAT qualifier at DTD, and that's the only APAT game I've played. I've played one big tournament before at Helsinki. That's about it, really.
And are you enjoying it?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Good standard of play. It's a different world.
Stuart, you've made day 2 in consecutive events now. What's the plan for today?
There's no plan for today, Des. The plan in Scotland went disastrously wrong, so today it's see what the cards are, see what's going on, and play it by ear.
Well, before we move on to Dublin and today, just talk us through Scotland. You went through there as chip leader to day 2. I'm not going to dwell on this, but the infamously played ace-jack hand. Talk us through that.
The infamously played poorly. Yeah, it was at that stage where all the chips were going in. It was getting a bit hectic. Players were dropping like flies. I was under the gun, raised with ace-jack. Shot stack went all in, and there was a re-raise by Robert. And I called for value, basically. Some say it was a bad call, some say it was 50-50. I lost, what can I say?
Absolutely. But do you? I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how today goes for you, because it's quite unique to make 2 consecutive day 2s, and it'll be interesting to see how that experience sort of works for you. How many chips do you have today, and how do you sort of intend to play it?
58,000. I'm actually quite content where I am, Des, because last year in Dublin, when I made day 2, I had 28,000, so it was very much pushed straight away. Whereas this time I've got a few orbits to pick my moments. So, you know, 1 double up, I'm back in the game. Average stack will be 70,000 at this point. So there's plenty of play left.
Have you seen any players whose ability has shone through the weekend?
There's been a few. I mean, sitting yesterday with one of the locals, Paddy. Incredible. I mean, that's just why I love Ireland so much, Des. He left midway through the game to go back to hospital. He was only allowed out till 8 o'clock, and he left his stack to be blinded off. So obviously playing purely for the enjoyment of the company in the game. So yeah, he was a great player and took a lot of chips off me early on.
Luca, you're going into today with 25,000 chips, the short stack. I understand that you were quite unlucky in one of the last hands of last night. Can you talk us through that one?
Yeah, very unlucky. Every 80-20 that I made showdown pre-flop, I lost it. I lost jacks against nines pre-flop, and the last hand I had 80,000 against 60,000 stack, and he pushed on me with nines, and I thought about folding, but then I made a call with queens, and he hit the flop with his 9. Unfortunately, it was 8, 9, 10 of diamonds the flop, and I got a queen of diamonds as well. So every queen, every jack, every diamonds, but I didn't hit.
It wasn't to be, clearly, but there's going to be a lot of play in day 2. How have you found the general standard of play at this tournament?
It's really good. I didn't think it would be that good, actually. It's really good. Great environment, great people.
Daniel, through to day 2 with 35,000 chips. Any major hands to get you through?
A lot of luck. Won every race except for one. Then I was down to 6,000 chips with the blinds at 15-3, so I had 2 big blinds. Then I managed to triple up and then double up again, so got me back in it. But I won every race before then. I had ace jack against ace king and hit the flush. Queen stood up against ace king stood hit against jacks. So it's, you have to need the luck, and you can go so far, but you need some more.
I saw the hand last night, was late on in the tournament, which actually knocked you back to 6,000. You had queens up against ace queen. You didn't get a look in that one.
No, that was the only one. The only one I lost. It played itself really. I think he thought I'd have been at it, whatever. It would have got me up to about 60,000, but yeah, down to 6 instead. But earlier on as well, I'd made a big lay down, and it was to a bluff as well. But it was a choice of if I called and got it wrong, I'd have been really low and I'd probably be out now. But made the lay down and still in, and then I managed to get my chips back. So I think the key there was just trying to stay in the tournament.
You're quite an experienced APAT player. In fact, you won the first event that we held in 2006 in Birmingham. Do you think does that experience stand for something today?
Probably not, because it was such a long time ago, and I've made one day 2 since then. But no, it's the case now. I think everyone's in the same boat. Even the larger stacks need a bit of luck, early stages, get some chips, and try and survive the initial carnage, I think.
Great. Well, I'm conscious that some of your fellow players are around us here, but what is the plan for today? I mean, do you await a position or get aggressive?
Basically, half a hand in an open pot. If I'm in, I can get the chips in, get them in first. Won't be calling unless I've got a monster hand, but looking to get chips in first, and then you're in the hands of the poker gods then.
Dave, you've got just under 90,000 at the moment. How have you found the tournament so far?
It was very good, actually. It's a good start in the stack and a good blind structure and all that, so it's a good one for the price, like.
Absolutely, and being Irish and it being the Irish Amateur Championship, presumably you want to take this one down.
I do, yeah. I'm actually one of only 2 locals here that actually plays still in the 5th, so I'd really like to win it, like.
Right, well, have you seen any major hands over the last day that's seen you through to this stage?
Actually, yeah. Yesterday near the end stage I got pocket queens and pocket 8s, and I basically got paid off from both of them, so I knocked the 2 players then, so that was basically it.
And how do you think you play today?
Well, you have to play tight, but you have to play aggressive as well, so just pick your spots and then just try to take up the chips you can, because it's above average, but it's still very little with blind levels, like 3,000-6,000. Absolutely, I mean, there's a lot of players that could still win this one. Well, Dave, we wish you the very best of luck, and touch wood, we'll see you later on at the final table. Thank you very much.